Welcome to UC San Diego Health. Now, we will kick things off by reviewing eligibility and enrollment for benefits, as well as the various resources available to you as you make your decisions about coverage. Now, if you are newly hired or have recently converted into a benefits eligible position, then you will have a 31-day period of initial eligibility, or what we call a PI, to make your benefit selections. Now, the same time frame applies if you were to experience a life-changing event throughout the year. Some examples can include marriage, the birth of a child, adoption, or a gain or loss of other coverage. Now, with the exception of your flexible spending account, which would activate on the first of the month following when you enroll, and your accidental death and dismemberment insurance policy, which would activate on the actual date that you enroll, your benefits coverage will backdate to your hire date or conversion date. Now, there's a weekly feed from our system to the carrier systems, so you should see your new coverage reflected with your doctor within a couple of weeks of enrollment. But if you need to have the coverage expedited, we have instructions for that on the Health HR website, which we will review shortly. Now, if you are converting from a per diem or a temporary role with the university, then you will need to wait until after the end of the pay period to make your benefit selections. Coverage will still backdate to your conversion date, but this is to ensure that the last paycheck in your prior role has no issues or premiums that should not be there. Now, here at the UC, medical plan rates are tiered based on your annual salary, so that the per paycheck cost that you pay for medical benefits is somewhat proportional to your rate of pay. Now, all employees pay at the rate of a full-time 100% employee, regardless of your percentage effort. This is because all employees receive 100% of the benefit. Now, if you are appointed at less than 100%, you will take your hourly rate of pay and multiply it by 2,088 to annualize your salary for the purpose of health plan cost. Now, your medical premium is deducted from your paycheck before your taxes are calculated. This reduces your taxable income and increases your take-home pay. Now, if you have consulted with a tax advisor and have determined that having your benefits deducted after taxes is more appropriate for your situation, please reach out to the UC Path Center to opt out of the pre-tax designation. Now, within about 2 months of enrolling for coverage, you will receive a packet from Unify HR asking that you submit documents to verify your dependent relationships. A full list of acceptable documents is available on UCNet, which is a resource website that we will discuss in a couple of slides. Now, please note that your dependents will have the same coverage effective date as you, which is either your hire date or conversion date. Now, if you do not submit the required documents, what will happen is that your dependents will be removed from coverage prospectively. So it is important to ensure that you submit the required documentation within the allotted amount of time that you have to do so. Now, before we begin exploring UC's benefits, let's take some time to review whom you may enroll onto your coverage. Now, for adult dependents, you may enroll a spouse or domestic partner. Now, for questions related to what constitutes a domestic partnership, please refer to the UC's definition of a domestic partnership on UCNet. Now, for child dependents, you may enroll a biological or adopted child, stepchild, grandchild, or step-grandchild. Now, your domestic partner's child or grandchild as well, a legal ward under the age of 18, and an overage disabled child. Now, please keep in mind that some of the dependents listed may need to meet additional qualifications to receive benefits, as well as be depicted on the paperwork you receive from Unify HR. Now, please note that the UC does not allow for duplicate coverage. Now, this means you may not have UC-sponsored coverage as an employee or retiree and as a dependent of a UC employee or retiree at the same time. Now, the same applies for eligible family members. So, for example, if a couple is both employed by the UC and they have children, said children may only be covered under one plan at any given point in time. Now, for more information surrounding duplicate coverage, please visit the dedicated page on dependent eligibility on UCNet. Now, next, we will move to the valuable resources available to you, as well as a snapshot of how you will enroll for coverage. Now, your most valuable resource for benefits information is UCNet. UCNet has all of the information you will need about the UC's employee benefits in one convenient place. Whether you want to access provider directories to ensure your doctor is within network, review health plan costs, or check if a particular service is covered by your medical insurance, UCNet is where you will find that information. Now, once you are ready to enroll for benefits, you will do so through the UC Path portal. Now, you will be receiving your Active Directory or work computer credentials either from your supervisor or during your IS orientation, and that is the login information you will use to access the UC Path portal. Now, once logged in, you will navigate to Employee Actions and then Health and Welfare to find the link to Enroll in Benefits. Now, here is where you will make your benefit selections. Now, please ensure that you proceed through the entirety of your enrollment and confirm your benefits. Note that if you have not received a confirmation email from UC Path, then you have not successfully enrolled for coverage. So it is very important that you confirm your benefits. Now, if you are eligible to participate in any life and accidental death and dismemberment insurance benefits, and if you are enrolled into the UCRP, which we will touch on later, then you will need to designate your beneficiaries via the UC Raise portal. Now, upon logging in, you will navigate to Manage Contacts, and then Manage Beneficiaries, and then finally Add and Edit Beneficiaries. Now, you will then be taken to a page where you will choose the appropriate beneficiary designation. Now, once complete, you have confirmed your changes, you will be redirected to a confirmation page. Now, if you are naming more than one beneficiary for a plan, you may designate the percentage each beneficiary is to receive. Now, you may update beneficiary information at any time. Now, if you do not name a beneficiary or if a beneficiary may no longer be living, the UC will pay benefits to the next applicable survivor or the member's estate according to the determination of the University of California. And then for more information concerning the latter, please contact the Retirement Administration Service Center, also known as the RASC. Now, if you have additional questions about your benefits, you do have a few options. So first, if your questions are transactional in nature, so perhaps you need assistance navigating UC Path, have a life event, or wish to have your benefits expedited with the insurance carrier, then you will want to reach out to the UC Path Center. They can be reached by phone or through the UC Path portal. Secondarily, if your questions are more general in nature, so perhaps you have questions about eligibility or require some additional guidance about the health plans in general, then you can certainly reach out to us here at the Health HR Benefit Services team. You may reach us by way of the Health HR website, which we will be reviewing next, or by giving us a call. And as promised, here is the Health HR website. Now, the most efficient way to have a question answered is by submitting an inquiry. Now, we have circled the benefits inquiry link on the screen, but you will see that all other Health HR service lines are represented here as well. And then we also have a myriad of informational articles available to you. Simply use the search function to find anything from employee discounts to archived editions of the Health Examiner, which is a quarterly newsletter published by us here at the Benefit Services team. Now, this is also where you will find the pre-recorded version of this presentation.